as we move on to the fourth on the programme, and race number 4, the Glorious Days Handicap over the 1600 metres, headed by Such a Happiness, drops back into Class 4 company. Club Life a roll forward from barrier 9. Electric Lightning has a Derby entry. Joe Moreira in the saddle. Poaching Treasure, third over the 1800 metres last time out. Red Horse. He gets back up to the 1600 metres. Excuses for him last time out. Everlaugh, runner-up on his only try over the mile. You're the one for me. He's won 3 of 5 this season so far. Viva Council goes up in class last start. Winner Remarkable is third up.
Right, Dashing Dart possibly rolling forward here. Club Life is the noted leader, and with the blinkers going back on, you'd feel that he would be able to roll forward. Viva Council can burrow through and hold a prominent spot. On the leader's back, Electric Lightning. From the 11, it'll be a good effort to get 1 by 1, but it's a possibility, of course. Joe's in the saddle. Pace will be solid enough, I would have thought, as they stride down the back.
Yeah, it looks that way, and it will suit this horse too. Such a Happiness. You can see him. He's been downgraded, and he's won in this grade before. He's up and trip as well, which I think will suit him. And his track work's been very good leading into this particular race, so I think he's been well primed for this. Everest has the blinkers on. So the blinkers on for the first time. Matthew Poon will take £7 off, and he's working with them here. So I thought we'd show it with his work with the blinkers on, and he seems settled enough down the back straight with this piece of work. So under a good hold there. And Everlaugh, he's another horse that's gone out favourite in his last few starts. Everlaugh, and wouldn't be surprised if he's well backed once again, because this track work always shows there is some ability there.
All right, OK. We'll come back and have a look at some of those in due course. Don't forget, of course, the $3.7 million jackpot going into the Triple Trio. So the estimated dividend in the region of $7 million. Could well be more, so worth getting involved in the TT. Let's start things off with Joyful Park, Electric Lightning, and Club Life, who it wasn't his day this day.
No, he does his best racing when he can get on the pace. Interesting, as you said, Andrew, Electric Lightning holds a nomination or an entry for the Derby. I mean, they've got a long way to go to even be a possibility, but it just highlights that they've got a decent opinion of the horse, and he obviously is fairly lightly raced. He's had the 2 runs back, and he's only going to get better. So he needs a touch of luck from the 11 barrier, but I think he will be in the finish. And Joyful Park surprised a few here. He knocked a few out of the TT on that occasion. If that wasn't a fluke, then you need to consider him too, I would have thought.
The thing to notice about Club Life as well was that all his wins have been with blinkers on, and he's got the blinkers back on, so I just forget that run.
All right, OK, giving an excuse there. Everlaugh has been pretty consistent. He's out of the money on this occasion, but he's been knocking on the door. Still a maiden after 6, though. Yeah,
he is. He's sort of one of these ones that catches your eye. He hits the line strongly all the time. He's up to 1,600 metres now. He has run over that 1,600 metres before and did run second. So his best run has been over this distance. I'll put him in the numbers again. I found a couple to beat him, though.
Yeah, I'm going to tip him. I've been with him for a while. I just think getting to the mile, you know, looks good. He's a chance, but there are a few others.
All right, including possibly Viva Council, who was a last start winner over the 1,600 metres. But, of course, this is Class 5. He's up here in Class 4 company now.
That he is. He's drawn OK again in barrier number 6. He had 5 last start when he was able to win. He defeated the old-timer in Amazing Always, who, of course, has franked the form, gone to Happy Valley and won, but Class 5 to Class 4 is a decent hike.
Yeah, I've always picked him as an all-weather horse as well, this one.
True.
Some of his runs have been on the all-weather. He did get away with this race. But I think this is a lot tougher, though, for him.
All right, he's currently a $30 chance. That is Viva Council. So the first leg of the TT, Paul. Who's the banker here?
Yeah, well, it's always going to be tough, these TTs, and if you can find one, good luck to you, but maybe Everlaugh could be a banker. I've got Such a Happiness on top, though. He's been downgraded, one off a rating of 57 in this grade, barrier 1, and he's up to the mile. A lot of things going his way, so got him on top. Red Horse is another one that steps up to the mile. He's been running well over 1,400 metres before, and the mile looks good for him. Everlaugh, we mentioned, and Everest will give him a chance just because he's got those blinkers on, and he looks quite settled in that with those blinkers on. He'll be a big price as well. So 1, 7, 10 and 4, but I'll go exotics.
Yeah, I've got 3 of the numbers that Paul's got, so maybe work around those potentially in the Triple Trio. I'll stick with Everlaugh because I think, suggests there's a win close. The opposition, I think the main dangers are Electric Lightning, Such a Happiness and Red Horse. I'm going to play a trio, 10, the banker. I'll throw in the 1, 3, 7, and I'll throw in Joyful Park because I didn't mind the way he hit the line last start. So 10, 3, 1, 7.
Yeah, not much difference to me. I actually quite like Red Horse. I give him an excuse for that last staff effort. All right, that was race number 4, first leg of the Triple Trio. Up next for us, the 6th, the 5th even, which is the first leg of the 6 Up.